up, guys? Welcome to ChimiComics. My name is Riley.
I'm Wyatt.
I'm Tanner.
I didn't know I was doing the intro.
Well, you were in the middle,
expected. And
so
you're
I was
Mr.
like,
ChimiComics himself.
Yeah.
Also,
anyway.
you'll notice things are different here.
Exactly.
We're
This
no
is
longer
different.
in Riley's basement.
and we're in a 4:3 ratio to preserve Zach Snyder's vision.
That's right.
And with that, you know what this video was about. Probably because you read the title. But
Here we are,
ready
to review, and we're back. Which I guess this might be the first video I posted. Depends which one gets out of editing first.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
But we have another one,
We have a
too.
novel nook.
Well, I
There's a novel
apologized for the leave of absence in that video also.
Yeah.
So.
Well, apologies
see-
for the leave of absence. You see a
Riley-
lot of,
yeah,
but we're
Riley's
still
a
here.
Super Chad too. He got married and moved into a house, so that's a Chad move.
Yeah, Riley got married, moved
Thank
into
you.
a different house.
I mean, look at you, you're a Chad.
I changed jobs twice.
I'm just glad to be included.
I changed jobs twice. Moved into my own house again. Got my own place. So got a theater room, which we got to watch this movie in, which was great.
And Tanner was an awesome friend, and because he only had 2 nice chairs and a shitty couch, and he gave me one of the nice chairs. Riley stole it from me.
I have theater chairs in my house, so I let them use those while we watched the Snyderverse movie, which was a
lot
grand
of
total.
movie. A
of
lot
4
of
hours
movie.
long. But how do we start out every review on the channel? Well, we started out by giving our rating for the movie out of 10. So I want to start with Wyatt. Wyatt, what do you give this movie out of 10?
Well, I never saw the original Justice League cut.
Which I think helps you, because
Yeah.
I feel like my rating is higher because of that.
I'm gonna give it probably in 7.5 to an 8, around that area. It didn't blow me away. It was just so long.
Yeah.
That's really what brings it down to me. Action stuff was pretty good. The character stuff was pretty good. I enjoyed most of it. So yeah, I just had a couple problems. But
Riley.
Give it a 7.
7. And I give it a 7 as well. We are all in agreement that this movie was okay.
It's okay.
It was okay. It
better,
was
better than average.
It was better than... See, I thought when I came into this review, I was like, I might give it an 8. But then I was like, the only reason I'm giving it that score is because it's better than Justice League. But that's like comparing a turd to a slightly polished
I don't
turd.
know, I feel like the length makes
think
it
so.
not worth it. It's
You
a
can
little
watch
bit
it
better.
in parts, though.
It's a
That's
little bit better than the original, but not 4 hours better. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's just, at that point it's just not
If this
worth it.
blew us out of the way,
In my
blew us
opinion,
out of the water,
if you want to enjoy this movie, you need to watch it in parts.
yeah.
And and it's cut that way too. There's parts in the thing which makes me led to believe that originally they had planned on doing the episodic thing.
I'm sure I would have enjoyed it more if I had not seen the original one.
That too.
Because I felt like I was just watching the same movie with deleted scenes.
Yeah.
A few things were changed, but for the most part, it was just an extra 2 hours.
Right. And there's, with this movie,
Also, what really brings it down for me, the soundtrack.
the soundtrack was not
was
good.
awful.
Not good.
Not good.
I preferred the one that was in the original Justice League, actually.
Yeah.
There is a lot of scenes in here that are very cringy, Last Jedi-esque,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah,
With
I agree with that.
random... Well, let's not get into spoiler territory yet. But just random things to where you're going to be like, why? Why did they do this? Why would you do this to this movie? Why would you make me uncomfortable? But, you take that with comparison to the original version, which is just a bunch of jokes that don't fit in and don't make sense and aren't funny.
Because they were trying to be Marvel.
Because they were trying to be Marvel.
Yeah.
But,
And Barry Allen in this movies is not that funny.
if you were going to watch...
The hot dog scene.
Yeah.
The
If
hot
you were
dog
going to
scene.
watch a superhero movie and you're already into DC, you're going to watch this movie anyways.
Yeah.
So if you're coming to us wondering if you should watch this movie, yes. If you're on our channel, probably, yeah.
Probably.
You're going to watch it anyway.
We're pretty niche.
I mean, so you're gonna watch it anyways. So do we recommend watching it? Sure. Yeah.
Watch it with friends, because
definitely do that.
we were gut-bustingly cracking up because
Watch it
each
in
of us were
parts
making
too.
fun of the movie.
I think you could probably watch it in 2 half-hour parts. I think that's what my brother did, and he enjoyed it a lot more than I did. So I don't recommend sitting the full 4 hours.
It's just way too much movie.
Yeah, and then so let's get into spoiler territory now. Just talk about we're not going to go through the whole plot because I don't have 4 hours to spare. But we will go into different moments in the film that we liked and different moments that stood out in the movie that you probably did too.
So we start with the opening, and the opening was pretty drastically different from the original cut.
Yeah, we don't have we have the Superman screaming after his death, so he's just yelling, and then it's throughout the world, which I liked that.
This was really cool. I
liked it.
This was a strong start. You see his scream go across. You see it on the island of the Mascara area, where there's a box being guarded by the Amazonians, and you see another box being guarded by the Atlanteans. And then you see a box in Star Labs there at the crashed Zod ship.
And then you get the background of why the mother boxes were even there, which we didn't get in the first movie. We didn't know why Steppenwolf was evil. Mm-hmm. We just knew that he liked talking to his mother.
Yeah.
Mother.
Steppenwolf is a lot better in Snyder Cut.
You remember that from the original movie? No, he just said mother.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
He was in love with Mother. And it never got explained.
That's silly.
Yeah.
But in this movie, they explained it.
Really good, I thought, in this movie.
Yeah, he had a reason. He wanted to be a good henchman.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a good henchman for Darkseid. And
it reminded me of Buzz Lightyear when he's chasing Zurg around because he's his father. He's like, "Dad, let's play catch."
But like, for the movie, Steppenwolf is just, he's not exactly intimidating.
Not at all.
Not at all. But I mean, granted, we have
remember
Zack Snyder's Superman, who is God. So
I don't remember him being like this in the other movie, like a crybaby and stuff.
He wasn't a crybaby in the first one. He was the main villain.
He looks like a lost puppy in this movie.
He does.
I sent that meme. It's got the crying cat on his face, and it says, "He just wanted to go home, guys."
Yeah. He did, and like his whole reasoning for getting the mother boxes was that this was the planet that Darkseid originally lost on, and I liked that background. We got to see why the people, even in the first movie, were fighting Steppenwolf. Yeah, it wasn't Darkseid who they were fighting in the original. It was Steppenwolf.
Yeah. The old god scene.
They were badass.
Yeah,
they kicked like, their ass in 5 seconds.
I would want to watch that movie. I want to see a movie about the old gods.
They were cool, and it had Zeus and Ares, and they were all different, granted, but Darkseid almost became a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
For like 5 seconds, almost. And then, they were badass. And then they took the mother boxes and everything and tried to spread them out around the world. So the Atlanteans got one, the Amazons got one. And then man put theirs in a hole.
Yeah. So the Amazonians put it in this big fortress where they're constantly guarding it. Right. Atlanteans, same thing. And the men were Nordic Viking warriors. They're just out in the woods and they dig a hole and stick it in there, and then they're like, going back to mead and slaughtering each other.
It was also the last box to be found.
It was. This is true.
So,
man,
it worked.
Man, let me tell you.
Big brain.
Big brain time. Big brain time. So let's go with what we liked about the movie. So I'll start with, what I liked about the movie is the more characterization of the heroes and everything. We got more background for Cyborg, which was nice.
Mm-hmm. And Flash.
Flash got a background. Even Wonder Woman and the Amazons got a little bit more background in this movie, as well as Superman, even because he had Lois Lane. And
I felt like Batman.
You smell good.
I felt like Batman was a bit neglected in this film. Like, we didn't get much on him.
A little bit, but I mean, his job was to put the team together.
Yeah. But I mean, also even then, I felt like in the action scenes, there wasn't enough Batman. And when he was there, it was Batman with an assault with a super laser gun.
He drove around in his car too.
Yeah, he drove around in his car. That was cool. But I mean, then he should have given us more Batman, like the warehouse scene from last time. Like,
I agree with
he
that.
could.
Well, he had his gauntlets that actually got some background.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, but I mean, just there at the final battle, I would have rather had Batman using gadgets and batarangs and not stealing a parademon assault rifle.
Right, and start shooting everybody, then getting on a turret and shooting them too.
It might as well just put Colonel Flag in the movie and have him do
I think
that.
the real focuses of the movie was Flash and Cyborg, which I enjoyed. I think the focus should have been on the newer heroes who hadn't got movies yet.
Yeah.
And y'all commented on this. Like I said, I didn't see the original, but how very powerful Cyborg is now.
Oh, Cyborg's a god, apparently.
Yeah, pretty
according
much.
to Zack Snyder. He
Yeah,
is
they wrote in. He's like, he has power over the entire internet. It's a cyborg. He can just launch nukes whenever. And when he started fighting the first time, I cracked a joke. I was like, he's like, "Don't worry, guys. I just called in a nuke on this position. We'll get him."
Right. Yeah, I feel like they made him overpowered.
Yeah, they
to
definitely
a point.
did.
But the background of his dad and then his dad killing himself to apparently
let them
put a GPS location on
even though it's this giant thing and the whole reason we can now track it with satellites. Satellite imaging, it didn't discover this gigantic
and all the
thing.
other mother boxes are also stored in a giant ward, so I don't know why they couldn't find a giant
testicle.
Ward. Either one. It was stored in a giant ward. There's no way you couldn't figure out where that guy was.
We did indeed.
And also a bunch of Russians were dying, but they took out the Russian subplot, which I enjoyed.
Who cares about Russians?
Yeah, so any parts that...
Apparently Joss Whedon.
Are there any parts in the movie
He doesn't really
that
care about
liked?
Cyborg either, though.
Well, I will say one more thing was the combat of, like, just throwing guys' heads against the wall and blood splatter.
Well, Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman did that.
Wonder Woman, she murdered those terrorists.
She did murder. She murdered a lot of people.
I also loved when
she cut off Steppenwolf's head, too. So.
I love when she grabbed the terrorists with the lasso of truth. She's like, we're reactionary terrorists. We're not doing this for any real reason. Oh, yeah. They overuse this and the Wonder Woman theme. Anytime she does anything, anytime she's on screen, just...
That's how it was in the original.
Yeah.
It just didn't have this...
It didn't have the Gregorian female chant.
It does this every time she moves slightly.
Obviously, I enjoyed all of the Dark Side scenes.
Yeah, Dark Side was cool. My favorite aspect of this movie has to do with the mother boxes and how they have the anti-life equation on them. And if you watch ChimiComics, you know about that.
Nice plug.
Yeah.
I edited that video and I still know nothing about
Tanner knows nothing. You know nothing, Tanner could.
You could have, in the middle of the video, you could be like, Tanner, we need to edit that out. Didn't edit it out. Gotta tell you.
Yeah. We may have done that.
I don't know. I don't feel like we did.
You would have told me.
Yeah, we probably would have.
But
I didn't really like. I thought his design was kind of flawed, but I understand it because he didn't have much of a budget.
cracked look to him.
He just didn't look. I don't know. He looked kind of smaller to me.
Dark Side.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when he's actually in a,
I didn't really like the Omega scar.
The
on
Omega
his
scar.
chest. That was a little too edgy for me. But.
Yeah. I like the Omega beam when it flashes back and it shows how he kills everyone.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Also, like, Darkseid is like all proper all the time. You know,
he was.
I didn't get that vibe at all in this movie. He was more savage and was swinging around the axe and stuff, which I'm fine with.
Well, that was early Darkseid too.
I mean, yeah.
So maybe he became more elegant and regal in the newer ones.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah, exactly.
We'll never know.
Exactly. Wyatt. We'll finish with that, by the way. I'll come back to that. But things that you like that we haven't mentioned.
I guess, yeah, but we pretty much mentioned everything I liked. I can't really think of anything else.
Yeah. Things that we didn't like. Obviously, we didn't all like the soundtrack.
Soundtrack was bad.
The soundtrack on the other movie was way better.
I didn't like the scene where they're in Norway and that woman just starts singing when Aquaman goes into the water.
Then she smells his
sweater. She smelled his sweater too.
It was
just like, oh yeah,
that sweater. Jason Momoa.
What I didn't like about this movie was the pacing. It was terrible.
Yeah,
pacing.
bad pacing.
Well, Zack Snyder's always had terrible pacing.
I know, but this was like to another level.
Yeah,
it's like
he didn't take out anything though. That's why.
I felt like I was being pushed through this movie. You know, I wasn't being pulled in.
And then this happened.
Yeah. Keep going. It gets better, I promise.
Was there any moment where a character said something like when Poe in Rise of Skywalker said, somehow Palpatine has returned? Did that ever happen in this movie?
I don't feel like it.
I don't think so. So it's not Rise of Skywalker bad.
They kind of explained it. I liked when Cyborg was explaining how they brought Superman back and everything. That was better done in this movie, I feel like.
I did like that.
Martian Manhunter. I think that was kind of out of left field. Yeah. Because it kind of took that moment away from Lois. Lois is talking. Because that was in the original movie.
I didn't get the point of that at all. Why
does he
show up just to
It was just like, ooh, it's Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, why does he show up just to say that?
Yeah, and then at the end, he shows up and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm the Martian Manhunter."
Yeah, he says it.
In case you didn't
some
know.
people call me the Martian Manhunter.
And then, like, if someone told me you were the Manhunter, I would not take that as like a good thing. Like, oh boy, good thing the Martian Manhunter's on my
Bruce is
side.
like, "Welcome to the team." He's like, "Oh yeah," and some people call me the Martian Manhunter. Bruce is just like, hold on a minute.
Yeah, like...
Never mind.
And then Bruce is just like, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah. Also, there was a disturbing lack of Bruce looking into his bedroom and seeing a random woman there.
What was that?
Yeah.
Superman. Yeah, there wasn't any of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was
No
in there.
Bachelor.
No Bachelor
stuff at
Batman,
all.
no.
Well, he
No
changed.
Bruce Wayne stuff, really.
He changed.
Diane entered
After
his life.
Superman died. He
Diana
bought
entered
Banks.
his life.
He bought Banks.
I'm glad they kept that. I'm glad.
I'm glad they kept the line.
I liked the hints of him and Diana.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they'd done a little bit more.
Yeah, I did too.
You see, but then you look at Zack Snyder's plan, and that was not in the plan.
Yeah.
At all. Instead, he's going to have a baby with Lois Lane.
Yeah.
And then that child is going to also be known as Bruce Kent.
Did he add that stuff in, or was that some Joss Whedon stuff?
What?
Him and Diana. I don't remember that stuff.
That wasn't in.
It wasn't.
Nope. There was a lot of Barry and Diana stuff.
Yeah.
Him, like, falling on top of her and then, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
And then him.
I'm glad that's guy. Glad that's
They kept the scene where he asked, like...
You think she'd get with
Yeah,
me? And then,
which I thought was okay.
Yes,
in this
that was
movie.
kind of funny.
It played off
Cyborg
better in
she's
this
just
movie.
She's 5,000 years old.
In the other movies, the jokes didn't pan.
Yeah.
They didn't go good, and they weren't funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I liked Barry Allen more in this movie than I did in the
it was still
regular one.
His first appearance was super cringe when he was trying to get that job as a dog walker.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, saying
I don't think
shit.
he's a good Flash in my opinion. But in this movie, for that, I liked him better in this than I did way better than the normal version.
He doesn't fit the Barry Allen Flash at all. Like Barry
He's a
doesn't
completely
like
different
that.
character. Yeah. But as far as like the other characters go, I think Wonder Woman is badass, and I think Batman's badass, obviously. And then I think Aquaman got a couple scenes in there with William Dafoe.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Yeah.
He had long hair in this
Henry
one.
Cavill was cool too.
But also they gave Mara a British accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oi, you don't kill me! You kill me, Aquaman!
Okay, it wasn't like
that.
Roadman
Yeah.
accent, but
At the end, oi, that wanker killed the Aquaman. I'm gonna take him down.
in it.
I'm gonna take down Aquaman.
Oh, he's tanky, isn't he?
But I liked it. I felt like the epilogue was definitely tacked on. Like, if I saw that in theaters and they, like, the movie ended with Martian Manhunter, I'm like, alright, as an after credits.
Yeah.
That's how I would have still ended it where it did with the.
Yeah.
Well, this time it was setting up the solo Batman movie that's never going to happen with Destro. So it ended with that, and in the original, it ends with him in the Justice League. Justice League or whatever.
Well, Zack Snyder tried to do a reverse Marvel. Like, here's all the epic big stuff happening.
Yeah.
And now the individual, and it's like, that's not how it works.
No, yeah, it should have ended right there with Jesse Eisenberg, and then the post-credits would have been Martian Manhunter. The whole epilogue of nightmare sequence and stuff, I'm just like, well, this doesn't fit this movie at all.
Bad.
It doesn't fit the movie at all.
I mean, not only does it not fit it, but it's like not even worth seeing.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't like that scene at all.
Did you like Joker?
No.
You didn't like them saying reach around and fuck?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I'll fucking kill you.
It was
But then
terrible.
who would give you a reach around, eh, Brucey?
Gosh.
And then what gets me is like
Zack Snyder,
Batman doesn't react to it like he's like bothered. He's just like, well, damn, I really want that reach around. Like,
Then Zack Snyder
like it
once
zooms
say,
in on Ben Affleck's face, and he's just like, I was like, did he want the return?
Yeah, be very careful with the next thing you say.
Zack Snyder
that wasn't very careful.
Right.
Didn't Zack Snyder once say that Batman could be raped in prison in his movie? Was that him who said that?
No.
Someone who worked on Batman v Superman said that.
No, in Batman v Superman, Batman was branding people so that they would be killed immediately.
Yeah.
Or raped, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they never explained why he did that either.
No, this was someone who worked on the movie, I'm saying.
See, I was thinking it would have been better in Batman vs Superman. I thought this while we were watching it. If they had the parademons like coming in and stuff, and people just thought that was Batman, and they were like killing people and doing different stuff. So Superman's like, fuck, Batman's killing people.
Yeah.
This is why we're gonna fight, because obviously Batman's bad, and he thinks Superman's bad because Superman killed a bunch of people in the city. So boom, now we have a conflict. But no, it's just Batman's branding people now, and they're getting raped and murdered in prison, and Superman's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
I only snapped one man's neck.
Also,
he was Kryptonian.
I love that.
He had it coming.
I love that when Superman.
I can't be tried for that here.
I love when Superman gets his memory back in this movie, because when
he doesn't get his memory back.
Well, he just decides to be good.
Yeah, he never does.
Yeah.
No, he never gets his memory back. He's just like, I'm Superman.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love how he picks a black suit and he goes to the ship surrounded by the military, and the
Black suit's badass. Though.
It is,
I do enjoy
but the bad
suit.
Kryptonians.
It is, but it doesn't fit the story at all.
The bad
It's thrown
Kryptonians, the ones who were fought in Man of Steel, who were the reason the city got destroyed. They were wearing black suits.
Yeah.
So he pops
He's
out in a
right.
black suit, and the military's like, "Oh my god, we need a nuke! We need a nuke right now!"
No, but for real, like that's literally only in there so you can go, oh hey, that's from the comics. Yeah. That's from the comics, guys.
That's
a Superman.
That's true.
That's literally all that is. It doesn't fit the story at all.
No.
It makes no sense that he's still wearing it after.
Yeah, that's what made... I was like, well, at the scene where he's Clark Kent again, which, by the way, Clark Kent comes back who died the same time Superman comes back.
Also, like, in the comic, the suit itself helps with his regeneration. Mm-hmm. That's the purpose of the suit. It has a purpose.
It's just
it's just, oh, I'm wearing black now.
Because Zack Snyder's edgy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, I hated that at the end where he's doing his normal Clark Kent, break open. I was like, oh, good, we'll go to the black and red now. Nope, still wearing that black suit, still rocking it. I'm like, fuck. Still want the hot toy, though.
I was hoping they'd give him a mullet.
I was hoping for the mustache.
That, or that.
Just something.
Yeah,
A mullet would have been sick.
Maybe.
He gets
Henry Cavill.
He gets a mustache, and he's like, I'm Dark Kent. That's my name.
Kent.
I'm Dark Kent. Clark is still dead. I'm Dark Kent.
Dark Kent.
Cool.
I'm dating Lois now.
Is there anything else that we didn't like? I know we mentioned
the
Amazon stuff.
There's one funny thing I want to mention. So Martha Manhunter has that conversation with Lois and gets Lois to, I'm going to move on with my life. I can get over Clark Kent now. I can get over Superman's death. And when she goes to the memorial for the last time, and she's like, this is the last time I'm going to come here. Boom, there's Superman. And I look over at Rowie and said that, and we busted out as well.
Forget about me, will you?
Boom.
Fuck your life.
Don't you know that's how X's work?
Yeah.
Right on cue.
Right on cue.
Sounds very realistic to me.
I was like, I can get on with my life now.
One thing that pretty much dropped a whole point for me, because I'm particular about this kind of stuff, is when there's that badass scene of Aquaman when he comes out of that bar and he's smashing back that last bit of whiskey and smashes it. And then there's a badass song that plays in the original.
And the waves are coming over.
And in this one, it was just some depressing music.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, he's drinking away sorrows, I guess.
Then he jumps into the water. Yeah. That's it.
And it's like, why?
It completely changed the whole scene.
Well, there's a lot of stuff like that in there. Because Mira says, I was raised by your parents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mira, your parents are in Aquaman.
Yeah. Sweet home.
But which came back, like that came back in Aquaman, which was later on, filmed after Justice League. So I guess you can go with that, but still, it was like, why? Why is this in here?
Sweet home Atlantis.
I guess. And then they also had those bubbles again. Where you have to talk in the dry bubble.
We have to talk in the dry bubble. That was
which makes no sense.
That was so stupid.
And
it's like, how did the parademons beat the Atlanteans when they have guns that turn water into plasma? Atlantean technology makes no sense.
It's because it's Atlantis with the fish people.
Makes about as much sense as a Leviathan command center.
Yeah, but so then that, and
Please
then
stop.
let's just go ahead and talk about that end credits with the nightmare sequence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're back with Batman,
Yeah.
and
wearing
he's
his
got a
nightmare
team
suit.
of people who make no sense.
Yeah.
We've got Deathstroke, which good for him for getting to come back.
And
And he's got a cool mohawk.
He's got a mohawk.
for some reason.
I'm fine with Deathstroke. That makes sense.
I'm
Flash,
fine with that, too.
Flash has this
Mira.
post-apocalyptic armor shit.
It was the same armor he was
Yeah.
wearing in BVS, so that
Yeah.
goes, and he has his mustache too, so that fits BVS. Cyborg's there, fine,
Makes sense.
makes
Joker's
sense.
there.
Why is Joker there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey there, Batsy. He's there for reach arounds.
It's something. Yeah, doing the weird laugh.
And he never. Hey, remember in the trailer when he said, "We live in a society," and then it wasn't in the actual movie? Yeah.
And then we have British Mira
Yeah.
in a
Oh,
desert.
governor, you done killed me, Aquaman, you dog it.
Yep. Who's in a desert with no water. So.
Yeah. Good
R.I.P.
fucking
to
luck.
our British listeners.
Right, right. And then
Oh, he caught me. He caught
we
me,
have
actually.
and then obviously
We have a
get
lot of
those-
Germans, apparently.
We get those scenes with how evil Superman happens, which is Lois gets killed, and then Superman's like, "Okay, you have the anti-life equation,"
Yeah.
which
Which is
I
literally
submit
the plot
you.
to Injustice
Yeah.
that he
Yes.
stole.
Yeah. I mean,
Is
this
it?
is injustice.
I thought,
yeah.
It's
well,
Injustice.
yeah, it's Lois died, but I thought that was kind of on his own volition. This one's more of anti-life, isn't
Yeah.
it? That makes
And it's
him
more full
worship-
apocalypse than
Oh,
injustice.
yeah, okay.
Because when in Injustice, the world didn't become a
But
desert.
how did Lois die?
Darkseid killed her,
Darkseid killed her.
and then Superman came there to try to save her, I assume, and then he's like, "Oh shit, she's dead," and then Darkseid's like, "Submit,
But I think like
submit to me."
I think like the whole point was like it wouldn't work on him unless he killed Lois.
Yeah.
Probably, because she's the key.
So that's the same.
The
same
key
thought then.
is Lois. Lois is the key. Batman.
I mean,
Who
in
the
Injustice,
fuck
he
are you?
voluntarily chooses to be evil. But
Yeah,
That's-
because in Injustice, Joker
This
hits
one
him
seemed
with
more
fear
involuntary,
toxin
but-
yeah.
and causes Clark himself to kill Lois, who was pregnant.
But
Yeah.
Joker's like a key figure in Injustice, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
I'm
think-
just finding a lot of
Batsy.
similarities.
yeah.
You're my best friend.
Which I'm fine. I would love an Injustice movie.
Also, did it make sense
Would
when
you-
Joker was just like,
but
as long as
Injustice
you-
is good.
But did you like that nightmare sequence?
No,
All right then.
Yeah.
well, this is more Darkseid stuff though.
Joker's like, here, take this card. This marks us as a truce, but when you want it to end, just rip it in half.
When you want to reach around, just
When you want to reach around, just flash
Let
the
me know.
card.
Yeah, it's like
Put the
it's
card on the
stupid.
table. If you want it under the table, reach around.
it wasn't funny. It was just
and then it just kind of
uncomfortable.
ends.
Yeah.
And then you're just
I
like,
think
okay,
I think if Jared Leto's laugh was better, it would
Yeah.
have been bearable. Like
why did they give him Jesus hair too?
Ah.
I guess because Apocalypse, you don't get haircuts occasionally.
Yeah.
Even though Deathstroke's got a mohawk.
it's because Snyder is obsessed with that.
Imagery.
Christ
Imagery,
imagery.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's why. Look at Superman.
Yeah, he literally flew in front of the Earth and went
Yeah.
like, okay.
Okay.
Which is fine. I did like when he got stabbed with the axe.
Dark
Like,
side.
no, Superman when he gets hit with it. Well, I like that too. But when Superman got hit with the axe, and Superman just goes, not impressed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, when
it's
Superman
just
finally
not
gets his
impressed.
shit together and comes to help the Justice League fight Steppenwolf, it is a beatdown.
It was a beatdown
It's
in the first
brutal.
movie too, but this one was more of a beatdown.
Yeah.
This
Like,
was a
Ste-
kick his ass.
Yeah,
beatdown.
Steppenwolf was beating everyone else, and then Superman shows up, and he's just like,
it was quite
Dum.
different.
and he's just sitting there, and he's just wailing on him.
Just wailing on him. Yeah. So I guess my last question for y'all. Obviously, we know our thoughts on the movie, and we say it's okay. You should watch it if you want to. Where do y'all want this to go? Do you want more of Zack Snyder verse?
I don't want any more. at
Nothing?
all. No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I would like more.
I think he could do better with solo movies.
That's what I want more of.
That's what I would want more of.
See,
too.
I don't want I'm not saying I want more of like Aquaman and Wonder Woman because we're already getting that.
Yeah.
But I want, and obviously those will keep going. But what I would like is more Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah.
Which he's gonna be in The Flash. But I would really, with Disney Plus and watching these TV shows, I really, really would love a Batman miniseries.
Yeah.
With that Deathstroke storyline that he had planned for his movie, but in a series like Falcon and Winter Soldier, where it's like 6 parts. Boom.
I just doubt that they would do that.
I doubt they would
Yeah,
too.
they won't
Like,
do it.
I feel like if they have Snyder, they're going to use Snyder. You know what I mean?
Because
Yeah.
Snyder name.
Well, Ben Affleck was supposed to direct it though,
And
his
then-
own thing.
And then, like, at that point, it's going to get in the way of Aquaman 2.
That's
and
true.
All of those movies. Like,
And the Batman.
that's why I
which
don't
looks
want
good.
it. That's
the
why I don't
Batman
want it.
looks.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the Batman.
But I would love
Something
like a series with just Ben
in the
Affleck and he directs it
Yeah,
Yeah.
on HBO.
because
Not in theaters, on HBO Max.
Batman
In
v
a perfect
Superman.
world, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
I watched Batman v Superman,
And I want more of Henry Cavill.
I'm all
Superman
for
too.
more content. I just don't. I don't want Snyder because I know he would get in the way of the content we're already going to get.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed Aquaman. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So
I liked it
looking
better than
forward-
any of the Snyder movies.
I'm looking forward to Aquaman 2 and the Shazam movie. I love that too.
I know them
Yeah,
Fast
we'll-
and Furious directors.
we'll
they know
see
their
how
stuff.
Pattinson does. But when I watched Batman v Superman in the warehouse scene,
Mm-hmm.
that was the best Batman I've
Ben
ever.
Affleck
I've
is
ever
my
been
favorite
put to
Batman.
film. He is mine too. He really is.
Who's
I
yours?
can't say that.
Yeah,
You
who's
can't
yours?
say animated.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
No.
No. Yeah. Well,
Michael
just live
Keaton.
action. Live action Batman.
I'm saying live actions though.
Yeah, I like Michael Keaton.
The best.
Probably.
Interesting. I respect that.
He's probably my favorite. I
Yeah.
like Val Kilmer a lot too. I think he's pretty good.
He was okay.
I mean, I know you don't like the movie, but
Yeah,
he was good.
He was good as Batman. I agree.
Yeah, and I also have a love for that movie.
I
It's
know
one of
you
my
do.
favorite ones.
I know you do.
Anything is better than I'll put it on my bat car.
I think George Clooney could have been
I
a
hate that.
good Batman
He
with
could
better
have.
writing.
If
He could have.
Because he had the Bruce Wayne Bachelor. He was a perfect
Yeah,
Bruce
perfect
Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Terrible
He
Batman.
suffers the same thing that Ben Affleck does. He was surrounded by a terrible movie, but he was good in it.
Yes, I agree.
I just think that Ben Affleck did such a great job at both parts, but really the detective part of Batman v Superman was really part of.
I just liked that he was the Batman who had
Yeah.
all the cool gadgets and shit. Because
he also had that.
he had a fucking spider thing in this movie.
Yeah.
he was the comic book Batman in my
Yeah.
opinion. Is Ben Affleck.
And
I really like
I'll
this
point
outfit.
out-
And like if I had to like a Scott Snyder like Batman, I would put I would see Ben Affleck when I read one
Yeah.
of those stories.
And I'll throw out a good thing from BVS. I know you can't believe it.
I even
Was it
like
a butt?
I like
The front one or the
yes.
butt one?
No, the workout sequence.
Yes.
was
yes.
sick.
With the tire?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
jacked.
and he's doing pull-ups with the weights
Yeah.
chained to him.
God, what a man
Like that was sick.
that was.
We've never gotten anything like that. That
No,
was on
that
a
was
different
awesome.
level. But
I did this.
I wish
that
we
was
could've got
that
more
was
of that
straight
type of
comic
stuff.
book
See, that's why-
Batman.
that's why
a
I
Batman
want
that
a
will
Ben
beat
Affleck
your
Batman.
ass.
oh yeah, totally.
Ben Affleck Batfleck will beat your ass.
He will. He will whoop your ass.
Yeah.
But I want more Henry Cavill too, but I feel like they're going to recast him too.
One thing this movie did.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, at this
Hey,
point.
listen.
At one point, I would have been able to give you a definitive answer to that question, but now I have no idea.
Hey,
Yeah, now we got the hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
I've seen them
Yeah.
use him. I've seen them like use him
Head
in
down.
Shazam.
Head down. That was neck down Superman.
Yeah.
That wasn't even Henry Cavill. It's just neck down Superman.
Oh, they didn't actually show him, did they?
No. They just showed him from the neck down.
Henry Cavill.
At that
though.
point, I was like, yeah, he's gone.
He's supposedly supposed to be in Shazam too, though.
Who knows?
Hey,
And then
in
Black
this movie, in this
Dude,
movie,
to run up with him.
Black Adam versus... You could do Superman versus Shazam, where it's him versus Black Adam.
Yeah.
Shazam and Superman versus Black Adam.
That would be
Which is
sick.
The Rock, of all people.
Yeah. That would
That
be
would be
awesome.
amazing. But I think that's it for today, guys. Be sure to, unless you want to make a comment,
I tried to.
go ahead.
Then you just talked over.
You look at the screen. So.
I was.
Silence.
One thing that Henry Cavill Superman did in this movie, though, he actually smiled.
He did.
Yeah, like
He did.
He had a more image of Superman when he was brain dead.
Fair
Apparently.
Fair enough. But at least we didn't get the weird mouth.
Yeah, no weird mouth. They fixed it.
God, it was
know what they
terrible.
didn't fix? Kal-El, no.
Gal Gadot. Kal-El, no. Such a pause in between it.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. There will be more stuff coming a return of the cast, most likely. The finishing of the Superman.
Reed piles are gonna
Now that we've reviewed the Snyder Cut.
Reed piles are gonna.
Should we just go to the DCEU now? I mean, honestly, might as well. We'll start with Man of Steel, but
I'm down.
We hope you enjoyed.
No, I want to do Batman first.
We hope you enjoyed this review. Please do continue to watch the channel. We will be uploading more often.
Yeah.
So,
Like, comment.
We're back.
Subscribe.
or are we?
Yeah, subscribe.